guys, this is Sam from Practically Posh Life, and today's video is going to be a schoolroom tour. So welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. This is one of the last videos in my back to school series where I am going to be showing you the space that I have kind of redesigned and restructured so that both my girls, one going into first grade and one going into kindergarten, have some dedicated space where they can do their homework, any virtual learning that they may need to do, and any homeschooling or supplemental homeschooling work that I want to do with them. We did this in the spring when the school changed pretty rapidly to virtual schooling, and we were woefully unprepared. I mean, unprepared. So we were all at the dining table, me with my laptop, files, papers, trying to do work, my kids trying to do work, my preschooler, me trying to make up work for her to do so that she didn't drive all of us crazy. And some days my husband was home working remotely as well. And so it was just challenging. They were picking with each other and playing off of each other and not focused at all. I could not focus and get my stuff done, and a lot of the times I was in meetings and had to step away, and then when I'd come back it was just a disaster. So in general, we just did not have dedicated spaces, and we just thought we could all congregate at the dining table, and it didn't work. So what I've done this time is taken their playroom, and I had a desk in their playroom where I kept my files and stuff, and I took that desk out and got rid of it, converted one of our guests, like our guest room, to my office so that I had a dedicated office space and was not at the dining table and could take calls and meetings and shut the door. And so that helped tremendously. But then I also wanted to make sure they had an inspiring and dedicated space for themselves to do work, and that I wasn't sitting them at the dining table, and that they had their own desks, because sharing a desk or sharing a table was not working. So in this next clip, you're going to see me showing you around the room and showing you all the things that I purchased for the learning homeschool space, and how I transitioned what was almost 100% a playroom into part playroom, part learning homeschool space. And I did it in a very budget-friendly way. So everything, well, I won't say everything. There's probably the one big item that you'll see, which is the shelving I got at the store. But a lot of the stuff I purchased on Facebook Marketplace or repurposed stuff we already had. Facebook Marketplace has really been an incredible help to me over the last few weeks as I've tried to prepare for the school year to start again. I've been able to find a lot of the pieces that I needed at a very reasonable price and in great condition from people that either just did not have a use for it, were moving and couldn't take it with them, or they were redesigning their space and it no longer fit in with the decor or what they needed, or their kids outgrew it. Various reasons, but I have found it to be incredibly helpful, and it enabled me to create a wonderful space at a really reasonable cost. So I would encourage you, if you're finding the school year daunting and trying to find desks and tables, which a lot of places are out of stock because so many people are working virtually, check Facebook Marketplace, you know, Craigslist, Let Go, OfferUp, Mercari, all of those places. I found Facebook Marketplace to be the most reasonable because there's not those shipping charges or people doing a markup because they are going to have a piece of their profit taken. Facebook Marketplace was the easiest I found, but everybody's a little bit different, and obviously make sure that you operate safely when doing Facebook Marketplace. Try to create some rules for yourself around pickup. I never have people pick things up at my house. I meet them in a neutral spot, and usually that's when I pick things up from them, or if I'm selling something, that's how I do it. I tend to just meet people at a local spot in daylight and that has seemed to work very well for me. And honestly, I have not had one bad experience buying something from Facebook Marketplace. Everyone has been incredibly kind, excellent communication, and never had any problems with anything. So without further ado, let's jump into the video of the tour and hopefully you enjoy. Hey, so this is going to be a quick tour of the homeschool, virtual school, homework, learning space. Originally, this was the girls' playroom, and what I did is just took it, and tried to split it in half, where they still have all their toys in here, but we also have a dedicated space for them to do homework, for them to do virtual learning, to read. So I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the room to show you how I transformed the space and still tried to leave them all of their toys and the ability for this to still be a playroom as well. Okay, so let's start over here. I'm going to take a quick step back so you can see the homework tables and desks. This is my youngest, Isabel's desk, and she has, this table is from IKEA. They don't have it anymore, so I got it on Facebook Marketplace. It is the IKEA Galant, G-A-L-A-N-T, or Galant table. It is adjustable, so it can go up. And then I also have this IKEA Jules chair, it's J-U-L-E-S. And I got them on Facebook Marketplace as well. For this one was $10, and the table was about $20. One of them was $25, one of them was $50, but I bought them a year apart. And so obviously I bought the one that was $50 more recently because I really wanted it to match. And again, these retail for $100 and something, so I still got a pretty good deal. On the desk, I have the Chromebook. I have this bin that I'm going to label, and I got this from Michael's for about $3. And basically any textbooks, any workbooks, all of that is going to go in here. Flashcards. It is a pretty wide bin, as you can see, so there's plenty of room. And then I picked up this little caddy on Amazon, and that's where I'm going to put all our pencils, pens, glue stick, and scissors, and then any markers or color pencils I'm going to try to fit into this zip up, and it's like a piggy elephant because she loves Mo Willems. So this is a piggy elephant pencil case, so pencil pouch. So I'm going to put all of the markers and colored pencils in here. That is just our internet Wi-Fi. Then each of them have their own little bulletin board. I don't have anything on it yet, so I'm still finishing up what I want to put on here. Probably put the school information on there, any projects that she's working on, any learning stuff. So I still have some time to figure that out. And then this was just a peel and stick wall calendar that I got on Amazon. It's a little bit small, but it works. I can just dry erase and wipe that off and put in the next month's information. So I thought this is going to be good, and it's right at her kind of eye level. And then I picked up this desk lamp from Target, and that's just the electric pencil sharpener, and this is the printer. And a file cabinet has nothing for them. That's just been there the whole time, and so that's where all of our papers are. And then if we go over here, we have the backpacks. So this is Isabel's backpack and Adriana's backpack. Adriana has the same backpack from last year. Both of them are Pottery Barn Kids. I think it's the Mackenzie backpack. Down here I have just a little trash can that I got at maybe the Dollar Tree. I think it was the Dollar Tree. And then these lap desks, in case we want to go somewhere else in the house and just have a hard surface to write on or color on, I have those stashed there. There are 2 of them, and I got them from the dollar spot at Target. And I think they were $5 each. So now we move to Adriana's desk. And so that's just the little name tag that was on her school desk in kindergarten. And when they sent it home, I just stuck it up there. And then that's just her school picture from kindergarten. So she has the same calendar. She has the desk lamp as well from Target. This I got at Dollar Tree last year or the year before, and it just says "This Girl Can." So I thought that was cute. She also has the same little cradle that you can put things in. And so she's got some expo. She's got an array of things in there. I haven't really sorted through it to clean it out properly yet. This was her pencil case from last year, so I just moved it to her desk. These are headphones that she already has. Izzy has a pair of headphones as well, so she will get a pair of headphones on her desk. Adriana also has a Chromebook. I just haven't unboxed it yet. We haven't really needed it, so I'm just leaving it in the box. And then she has the same kind of, it's not quite a book bin, but you know what I mean. So she has a lot of papers and workbooks from last year still in it. So like her handwriting book, all of her stuff are still in here from last year, so I will be purging and cleaning it out, and then when we get all of her workbooks and stuff for this year, they will go in there. And then she has the same Jules chair, and I really like this chair because it's like a nice solid, sturdy material, and it is adjustable, so you can adjust it up or down. So it worked really well because I have these set to a lower point at this point, but it will, as they get older and taller, I will lift up the table as well as the chair. And I had this table first, so it has some wear, but overall I really like the big hardwood surface that they can just work at, because I learned from virtual learning in the spring that they just put stuff everywhere. Papers end up everywhere, crayons. So having a large flat surface to just spread out is the best thing I can do. So I'm not going to add too much more in the way of clutter to this table, because I want as much open surface space as possible for the girls to be able to spread out and do their work. Okay, and so then as you move over here, we have the, this is the IKEA Kallax, Kallax, and it's the 3x3. And basically all of their toys and tchotchkes are in those gray bins. I got the cloth bins, fabric bins from IKEA as well, and they were about $3 a piece. Y'all, bins are expensive. I was like, oh, I'll get these beautiful wood or wicker baskets. No dice. They were like $17, $18, $20 a piece. I was like, I'm not paying that. So they were $3 each, and they work well. They have these little handles that you can pull, and I tried to sort, so like all the Barbies are in that bin. They are really deep, so there's a lot of stuff that can fit in these bins. Like one of them has a plane, a car, the whole all the Peppa stuff are in this bin. So it's pretty good. And so then the top row is reserved for all of their picture books. Now both of them have bookshelves in their rooms that also have a ton of picture books, but I really wanted to create a little library down here. So this is where all of the books are for the learning library down here. And then on top, I just have some characters from some of their favorite books. We have Pete the Cat, and then we have Pigeon from all the Mo Willems Pigeon books. And then here is just a globe. And I thought this will be really great for them as well as we continue to learn about the world and identify where places are. We have a globe. I grew up with a globe in our house, and I remember constantly going and referring to it for things, so I really wanted that for the kids, and I was able to find it for a really reasonable price on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of things can be found on Facebook Marketplace. Half of these books I got on Facebook Marketplace from folks whose kids had outgrown them and were selling them in batches for like $10, a whole bunch of books. So you'll see I have an array of picture books. I have some of the Bob's books readers for my youngest, and then some chapter books, so that as my older daughter gets a little bit older, she's getting really good at reading. So I think towards by 2021, I think she'll start chapter books. So that's exciting. So I just have a few of our books down here. And again, I would say about half of these I got on Facebook Marketplace, and they're in pretty good condition. Then as you go over here, you'll see the little Peppa house tucked away. This is just really the reading corner, and this is just the gliding nursing chair from when they were babies. I have had this chair for 6 years now, over 6 years now. And it was in the older daughter's room, then it moved to the younger daughter's room, and now that she's got a big girl room, we had to find space for it. I was actually going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, but once I transformed this room, I was like, gosh, there's no place to sit and just curl up with a book. And I was like, this chair, it was like sitting in the garage. I'm like, don't sell it, let's put it in here. And it fits perfectly. I'm really glad that we ended up keeping it. I am thinking of putting something on that wall, whether it's like, not a mobile, but something hanging down or a quote or something in that little reading nook area. Then we've got that big dollhouse that they still use daily for everything under the sun. Barbies, calico critters, LOL. So that sits there, and then you'll see like I tucked the little Barbie car off to the side there. And then this is the piece I hate the most, but my husband will not let me get rid of it because the girls love it so much. It is the 2 baby doll cribs that are on their last legs, and then the 2 baby doll strollers that they have. These are big, and when you have 2 kids, you have 2 of everything, so it just takes up this whole corner. And then that brown bin is just all baby doll clothes and blankets. And the backpack is, that's kind of like back here, is also just baby doll clothes. So when they pack up their baby dolls for adventures, that's what they use. So this, basically, there's no way for me to make it look pretty. There's no way for me to make it look nice. It just is what it is. as they outgrow it, I know these things will go. So we probably have a few more years with it, and that's okay. They play with it. It gets a lot of use, but it doesn't do much for aesthetics, but who cares about that as long as they're enjoying it. And then I picked up this little bin from Michael's when it was on sale for $29.99. And it's just a 5-drawer bin that I've seen a lot of times in homeschooling setups and videos. And I really wanted something to be able to put a lot of extra supplies and storage and paper and printer paper and construction paper in. So this is what this is for, but there really wasn't a great space to put it. So it's kind of in this odd spot over here. Again, this corner overall is just not my favorite, but it's functional, it works, and we'll just have to make it work. So then here is just, oh, and in the middle is just a little table and 2 chairs. It had 4 chairs, but 2 of them broke, so we're down to 2. This table has been around since my oldest was 2 years old, and they used to eat their snacks at it. This was like the kiddie table. We did craft projects at it. They have since outgrown it quite a bit, but they still love it. And a lot of the times they put their baby dolls in these chairs and have tea parties, and the stuffed animals have tea parties. So I kept it. So that's what is in the middle of the room. So if we just turn around, you've got kind of the play area. Then you've got the reading nook and the little library area. And then over here, we've got really the homework area. And that's where all of the homework and virtual learning is going to happen. And I think it's important that they had their own space so that they're not getting in each other's way and distracting each other as well. So that is a quick tour of our homeschool virtual learning homework area and playroom combined. Hope you enjoyed. So hopefully you found that tour of the schoolroom helpful, and hopefully you got some inspiration and ideas from it. I'm really proud of how the space turned out. It's not completely done. I still have some kind of decor type things to put up to make it a little bit more, the walls are all white. We just repainted the main floor, so there's literally nothing hanging on the walls except those bulletin boards. So I'm gonna get a clock and hang it on the wall above the bookshelf, and then I also have some learning posters or wall clings that I will put up to make the space a little bit more colorful and have some more inspiring and learning things on the walls. So that's the only thing left to do, but I wanted to make sure I got this video up in case any of you are looking for ideas for a space in your house for learning or schoolwork. And please comment down below, let me know what was some ideas that you might have for me, anything that you like the most, the least, or anything that you're doing in your house. Where are you guys doing your schoolwork with the kids, and where have you found the best place for teaching, learning, homeschooling, distance learning, all of those things. Really love hearing about what you're doing in your worlds as well. So please feel free to comment down below. Like this video if you found it helpful, and be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can check out more videos like this. My almost 5-year-old turns 5 in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to be posting her birthday video to show you guys what I've gotten her for her 5th birthday. And then we'll also be posting along the way to see how the school year shakes out, and anything else from a school related standpoint that you want to see. I think that we'll have some upcoming videos around that as well. So look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.